I got a couple people asking for a part 2. So here it is.
One, two, three. Daza, 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 osa, 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 daza, daza, osa, daza, osa, daza, 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 dazai, osa, dugu, 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 dugu. Thank you.
If you'd like me to, I can prepare something that would end your life peacefully.
You could?
He didn't know he'd have this much fun.
I very much doubt Oda has any intention of being saved by anyone. I don't believe you disagree.
He didn't know he'd have this much fun.
You're the reason why I was pushed out of the Port Mafia in the first place.
I am still shaking. If you follow me elsewhere, you may have seen that I got sat next to a very hot guy on my flight. This never happens to me. This never happens to me. I was literally thinking before the flight, no, that would be fun if that happened, but then assumed it wouldn't. And then the guy who was boarding right before me was really hot, and I was like, ugh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? And then he sat down next to me. Well, he was like across the aisle, but we were both the aisle seats, so we were basically next to each other. So I post that first story, and then my mom's like, post a picture of him, and I'm like, no, because that, I don't know, it feels weird taking pictures of people without them knowing. And everyone in my DMs is obviously telling me to like say something or go for it, but then I think about the fact that he could be straight or in a relationship or just not interested. Like there are so many things that could go wrong. And this entire thought process happened during the boarding process. We hadn't even taken off yet. We take off and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna pretend to read. I really couldn't even focus. I'm gonna pretend to read to seem cultured. And then we both get up to go to the bathroom at the same time. So this is when we first speak. We both look at each other and I'm like, oh, you go, you go. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you go. To show that I'm willing to make compromises in a relationship, it's really important to know that early on. Then later on, the flight attendant must have asked his name because he says his name and I find him so quickly. It scares me how I'm good at this. Because he was also talking about his job to the woman next to him, so I kind of knew what I was looking for. I don't know, it's horrible. It's still like, I can't DM him because how do I explain that to well, if he sees this video, then I guess I'm explaining it right there. And I also realized one of the reasons I found him is because we have some mutuals. So I'm like, there is the possibility that he knows who I am. And maybe he's seeing these stories. So I blocked him from my stories. Yeah. So then he's getting into a pretty deep conversation with the girl right next to him, and she eventually asks if he's single, and he says yes. And she's asking like, oh, well, who was she? And he goes on to say that his last ex was a guy. And they're literally talking about dating and like what happened in their last relationship, and like some of the ways our last relationships ended are like kind of similar. So crazy because last night I was just thinking about how hard it is to meet people and how I just want it to happen. And then it's like the universe was planning this. But still, I'm just sitting there listening. So I'm like, none of what the universe is planning for me is actually gonna happen if I don't actually make a move. My friend DMs me and she's like, leave your number. I've done it before. You can leave it and immediately walk away. So I write, overheard you were single. Because I did, and I give him my number, and then I say my name. This is also on an old boarding pass, so if he turned it over, he would actually see my full name, so he could probably find me on socials. So then we leave the plane, we walk literally all the way to the baggage area, which is like a long walk in the Austin airport. I end up making like a little bit of small talk with him, and then right as I'm about to leave, I'm like, Christopher, if you don't give him this fucking note. So I gave him the note. But I was so awkward. So I handed it to him, and he was like, what is this? And I was just like, a note, and then I walked away. And then I just like almost ran away. And I just got to the hotel from the airport, and I haven't gotten anything yet, but I guess now we just wait. So now we wait.
Katsuki, what the fuck are you talking about?
You slept with Satan, and I'm Satan's son.
What, Masaru? Explain it to her. Just tell me why you think I slept with Satan and that you're Satan's son.
Okay, so you said I was from Volcano.
Yes.
But then Daddy said I was from the depths of hell.
Yeah.
That means that Daddy's not my daddy because I'm from hell, and so Satan is my dad, and you slept with Satan and are cheating on Daddy.
Okay.
So you don't deny it?
Oh, no, sweetie. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I'm Satan.
What?
Yeah, you're from the depths of hell because I created you.
So Satan is a woman?